Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to another vlog from the Vlog Corner here. I'm your host, Mike Mo. Here on the 5th of May. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. For those of you who celebrate it. And today is also the first wedding anniversary of uh, my brother and his wife Renee. So happy 1 year wedding anniversary to them. So I told you guys after the events of the vlog yesterday and the day before that I would tell you guys that story that my grandfather taught me, and taught me a valuable lesson about keeping your head cool and sorry about that cut. My brother moved into the room and I want to move. So I'm going to be very, very soft because the last time I used this headset, he wasn't very happy because I was doing a rate stream. I was doing a stream late night. Too much was very. So yeah. So I want to tell you guys that story that I tell you guys that I said I tell you guys. So back in the 50s, back when my grandfather was a mechanic, because my grandfather was a firefighter, a mechanic, and he did a bunch of other stuff over the years. So, back when, back when he was a mechanic, this is ages ago, it sort of reminds me of what April told me yesterday, what advice she gave me yesterday, and so I'm happy to report I told her I'm taking the advice. I'm gonna go slow my roll. Be careful. Don't stick my neck out too far. Be wise. But I'm gonna tell you guys the story, and you'll see why I chose that. So, back when my grandfather was young, he was probably in his 20s. He was a mechanic back in the 50s. Now, my grandfather had some years of experience fixing cars, but there was a guy in the shop. So what happened was this guy that knew what he was doing, really good guy. Forget his name. My grandfather couldn't remember. It was one of those names for a really good guy. So what ended up happening was is he came in and he told my grandfather, and he was going Joe. Joe was my grandfather's name. Joe Dominicucci. Told him that, oh, hey, Joe, I'm going to go into the boss's office and get a raise. I'm doing very, very well, and I want a raise. I think I'm ready to do it. My grandfather told him, do not go into the office. He's in a bad mood today. Forget the boss's name, by the way, because it was a long time ago. And he said, don't go into the boss's office. Don't ask him. He's in a bad mood today. Don't even try it. And he says, oh, I'm going to try it at lunch. He always is like that. My grandfather kept telling him. He told him at least 2 or 3 times before lunch. I said, I'm going to tell him, Joe. I'm going to tell him, Joe. Kept telling him, don't do it. Don't do it. Still, I said, you're good. The mechanic was a good guy, but my grandfather knew that he could get a raise, but not today. But he was like, not today. Not right now, because he's a little wait till tomorrow, see how he is. So lunchtime comes around, goes in the office. My grandfather's out back eating his lunch. My grandmother probably made him back then, and half an hour goes by, and I guess the guy ate his lunch and then bit of talking going on. My grandfather was outside while this happened, and one of his coworkers told him. I said, "Oh, hey," he went inside, and my grandfather was like, "He is." I'm like, I told him not to. He's not. I told him he should wait. Don't. I told him not to be a fool. and I told him to wait another day. Because my grandfather knew the guy was good, and he deserved it. Good guy. Good guy. He should have deserved a raise. But he didn't ask on the right day. And that day came for this guy. So he came back. My grandfather was unrolling his tools, getting everything set, ready for the afternoon work. Because back then, you worked till 5, 6, 7 o'clock. Because you worked your butt off all day long. And he's like, "Oh, what are we working on next?" He's like, "Oh, sorry, Joe, I'm packing my tools. I got let go." And my grandfather says, "I told you." He was in a bad mood. I told you. Shouldn't have done it. Advised this guy probably 100 times before that. He didn't listen. My grandfather said he knew the guy was... My grandfather said, if you're confident and you think you deserve something more, ask for it. But you got to ask at the right time. And you got to be very, very careful. Because if you ask for too much, it's going to happen. So that's the reason why April pretty much verbally held my wrist yesterday and said, "Don't do it. You already have too much heat on you already. Let it dissipate. Don't do anything foolish." Two things why I'm doing this. One, I got to keep the job. Two, if I'm going to be the lead guy, and I'm going to be leading, I got to be super, super careful in what I do. And three, I have to take her feelings into effect, and I have to take my feelings into effect. Will this affect me down the road? Is this going to make me happy? Is this going to make her stressed now that I'm in a power position? I have to weigh those decisions. And that's the reason why I told her today. I said, "April, by the way, I'm taking your advice and listening because I ran it through my head, and I'm going to slow my roll and just do it because it would be unfair for me to increase my pace." I obviously what she's saying, guys and girls of the audience, is she kind of wants to see this through, and she wants me to see it, and I want to see it. So it's the reason why I'm doing it. So, so that's why I think I made the right decision of holding station. And that's the reason why that story came into play. Thank you, Grandpa Tom. Because he's the one. When I was thinking about it last night, he was the one. I said, I have to think of that story because I gotta survive. She's gotta survive. If I'm gone, she doesn't get her hours and I don't get my hours, and it would stink. And it'd be all for naught. It'd be a foolish move. So, so yeah, I'm gonna put this one to do, guys. I think my voice is cracking a little bit. I had a little, as I said, I'm trying to get over something, so I don't want to lose my voice here. That's why I'm trying to talk low as well. So yeah, guys, I'm going to bid this one to do, and as usual, everybody, long live America, God bless America, and long live democracy. Long live the Second Amendment and the First Amendment. Amen to my grandparents' spirits. Amen to my grandmother, my grandfather, especially my grandfather, for helping me not make a fool out of myself. And pray for Tom's success and let him recover, and pray for April's success and let Megan do the same. Guys, this might come out May 5th, 2019. You have a day or 9:15. Peace out, guys. I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Happy Cinco de Mayo, and peace out, everybody.